started. Good evening and welcome to the Bellefleur Tire Shop Grand Falls Greenfoot Rapids post-game show. It's rare after wins that I am speechless, but sometimes you just don't have the words, and that's exactly what this game is. Cannot believe that I'm about to say this. A 10-6 win over the Campbellton Tigers, and I was debating doing the crowd cheer, but I think we're going to save that for the playoffs. Flabbergasted, I think, is the word that I can use to describe how a lot of us are feeling right now in attendance. There is quite a bit to talk about. So we'll start off with the goals. Obviously, we're going to have to go through all 10 goals that the Rapids scored. So Jonah Leard opens the scoring 2 minutes and 37 seconds in. Derek Aslan adds on to the total off a beautiful pass from Brody Paré to get his 6th of the season. Alexi Parana then will pop one in for the Tigers, his 13th of the season. Derek Aslan doubles down and gets his 2nd of the game. Then Nathan Plemondon-Michaud next with his 22nd of the season to make it 4-1 for Grand Falls after the first period. Logan Mullally would come in 1 minute and 2 seconds into the second period, 12th of the season for him. Cohen Miller adds his 27th. Declan Kennedy getting in on the action with his 7th of the season. Logan Mullally would come back and get his 2nd of the game. This is going to play an important part. Then Isaac Allard would score his 9th of the season. Tristan Richard with his 6th. Loic Francoeur with his 20th. And Vincent Robert with his 2nd on the power play. So after 2 periods, we're sitting at 10-4. This is where it comes in real big. 10-3 is where we're sitting after the second. Then the third comes up. Victor Lanoux pops his 12th of the season. Samuel DeVoe with his 6th on the power play. And Logan Mullally completes the natural hat trick to give the Tigers the final goal of the game for them. So Nico Boudreau left the game, did not return for the second period. It's one of those instances where he pulled himself, it sounds like. Did not see the coach gesturing over to him to try and pull him out of the net. I think he pulled himself. Not really too sure what happened there. I'm not going to speculate on what did or did not happen. But Samuel Kemper played a great rest of the game after Boudreau was pulled. And I have to say, I am pretty impressed. So there's a couple of useless stats here. As a useless stats club, okay? The Rapids, this was their highest scoring game in franchise history at 10 goals. They had gotten to 9 previously, have never hit the 10-goal plateau. They've been outscored. I think the most amount of goals that was ever scored against the Rapids was 12, but the goals for was 10. Another really cool stat as well that I think a lot of people are really not going to realize is the fact that every player on the Rapids roster got at least 1 point. So Loic Gallina got 2 assists. Anton Topolnitsky got 2 assists. Nathan DeBroy with 1 assist. Patrick Baxter with an assist. Connor Ryan with an assist. Tristan Richard with a goal and an assist. Cohen Miller with 1 and 1. Oliver Plant with 2 assists. Isaac Allard with a goal. Derek Aslan with 2 and 1. Jonah Leard with a goal. Pair of assists for Bailey Shortall. Matthias Sear with an assist. Brody Paré with 2 assists. Vincent Robert with a goal and an assist. Declan Kennedy with 1 goal. Nathan Plemondon-Michaud with 1 goal. And Loic Francoeur with a goal. I tried to say that on one breath. It's not easy. Not easy at all. The other thing in this game was Jeremy Thibodeau-Soucy was in net for the Rapids. And it was 10-6. So the Tigers had 27 shots on goal, and he let up 6 goals on 27 shots. Little concerning. Had some banger saves made at the beginning of the game, and kept going throughout the course of the game. But 6 goals on 27 shots is unbelievable for him to let in. Now, with that said, goaltending, I think in this game, if you're a goaltender, this game was not for the faint of heart. Same as last game, you know that it was five goals against Evanston, and then another 6 today, so that's 11 goals. 11 goals in the last 2 games, but they've also scored 15 goals, so their goal differential suffers just a little bit, but not by much. Just gets that much better. Man, this game was just such... it's entertaining, but at the same time, you just get caught at a loss for words. And I think this is best case scenario for the Rapids in this game. So now with the game today, it puts them within 1 point of first place in the Eastlink North Division. And I think that that's going to do them some good. So the West Kent Steamers and the Chaleur Lightning also play tonight. And that's going to be an important game as well. You want the Lightning to win that game so that West Kent doesn't get any more points. And at the same time, you also want to make sure that you win on Thursday in Edmonton, because if that's the case, you'll retake first place in the division by 1 point. And with 4 games left in the regular season, 3 out of those 4 games are against Chaleur, Edmonton, and West Kent. The other game's against Miramichi. That's the last game of the season, last home game of the season in Grand Falls. So you want to make sure that you win that game too. But the other 3 games are so important and could be a preview of what's to come for the playoffs. So you're in Edmonton. You're in Edmonton coming up on Thursday night. That's going to be the game to watch, because, like I mentioned, they are winless in that building since 2023, but they've come close a lot of the times, and they know how to beat the Blizzard. They just have to do it. Season series for Edmonton Grand Falls is tied at 3-3. They have a chance to win the regular season series and potentially secure their spot at the top of the division with those 4 games left. However, it's not going to be an easy road, so don't expect that they're going to score 10 goals every game, because it won't happen that way. They may get up to a multi-goal lead, but it won't be a 10-goal win like it was today. It's going to be tough. It's going to be maybe a little bit ugly, but I'm confident that at the end of the day, regardless of where they place in the division, the playoff matchups will be determined, and they will be a good one nonetheless. So it doesn't matter who the Rapids end up playing in the first round. All that matters is that they try their best to win as many games as they possibly can for the next 4 games. And, well, hey, if you could win 3 out of 4, fantastic. That would secure you first in the division. Even if you were to win 2, that gets you home ice advantage. And either way, it's going to be huge coming down to the wire. Next weekend, not this coming weekend, but the weekend after, is the final weekend of the regular season. 4 games remain until the Rapids are in the postseason, in the playoffs. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell notification for all future content, and stay tuned to the channel for all of the great things to come here in the next little bit. Tyler Rains, once again on the Bellefleur Tire Shop Grand Falls Greenfoot Rapids post-game show. A little bit of a shorter one today, but I think you understand why that is. We'll see you on Friday night when the Chaleur Lightning come in to take on the Grand Falls Rapids at home in the second last game of the home regular season.